It's kind of sweet. All right, go for it. You could have offered me a drink first. Manaha drops the rest of the broken bottle into the pool. Ooh, that's neat. Where it spirals into the depths. Meanwhile, the wine has formed a rolling, bloody cloud in the water. It spreads in long, swirling tendrils. Ah! The surface of the pool ripples and Manaha paddles at the spreading cloud. Crimson tentacles erupt from it, writhing and reaching. Manaha gasps as one wraps around her arm.
Maneha, take my hand!
I grab her. You reach for her just as another wine-colored tentacle wraps around her head. She shouts as it pulls her under. Aww. Selling spices. Such a simple life. A deer grabs your arm and pulls you back before you fall in too. Manaha disappears into the pool. You can't see anything through the crimson murk. Except for the blossoming cloud of wine, the waters look perfectly still again. Seconds crawl by.
We must not linger in this place of foul mysteries.
At last, bubbles break the surface. Did you hear that? Grieving Mother was going to leave you here. Manaha emerges, gasping and shivering. Her face is strangely slack and her eyes are bloodshot. What just happened? She blinks at the cloudy water and laughs quietly.
I forgot.
You do know who you are, right? Manaha climbs up out of the steps and out of the salt well. As she does, the reddish color dissipates from the water, leaving only the glassy, clear surface and the unfathomable depths below. What do you remember? She squints, thinking. Water pools at her feet.
I remember running, but I don't remember what chased me. And I remember fear, but I don't remember what scared me.
She looks back at the salt well.
I gave something up, but I don't remember why.
How do you feel? She tilts her head to one side and wiggles a finger in her ear until a spurt of water streams out.
I'll feel better after a glass of wine.
Well, she seems like she's okay. Something drips onto the floor. She holds her right arm up and looks at the trickle of blood running from a cut in her hand. She takes a folded cloth, the one she dropped the wine bottle in, from the floor and it staunches the bleeding. Manaha was granted clear conscience. She jerks her head towards the exit.
Hey.
That's it, the last of the companion quests. Sounds pleasant. That must have been what I was reading about, somebody keeping their memories instead of losing them, because I had read that somewhere about something, and I thought it had to do with Grieving Mother. Oh shoot, did my stream go down? It's doing that thing it did yesterday. There was a network error. Shit, hold up. I don't know if the stream's actually going down or it's just the dashboard screwing around that I'm looking at. I am up? Okay. Must be something with Twitch's dashboard occasionally losing the feed or something. Same thing happened yesterday. Alright, so... let me see something else here. Real quick. Got the Journal of the High Abbot. I wonder if that's all I needed. Because I think the other books I grabbed. Were just regular books. Scanning scripture, that's nothing. Crucible Knight. It's a notebook. A bunch of sheets of paper. Pangram. Ephesian Prayer. Book of Verses. Western Stag. Dozens. That's nothing. Deer Customs, that's nothing. Deer Dialects, that's nothing. House Dominal, Dunward Row. Animancy, Bareth, Fangs. Mystique and Prayer, Poetry rather. Deerwood, St. Widewin. Legacy War, Psalm to Boudica. Development of Crucible Knights, Deerwood, Scripture 10 Years of Dawn. That's nothing. Deer and Empire. Deerwood History, Tattered Journal. I wonder if it's just that journal that I got. I'm gonna make sure I didn't miss anything else in here. I need multiple books and to talk to a woman by the large pool in the middle of the abbey. Okay. Because I grabbed a whole bunch of books and just threw them in my stash. I figured they were the regular books. I did get that journal he had, but... Oh, here you are. There's an original character here. Hi, what can you tell me? Gift bearer holds in her hand a gem the size of a fist. She draws a curved line in the air over it, then tosses it into the water. As the gem hits the water, it disappears from sight as though it had dissolved. What happened to that gem? What gem? The gem you tossed into the pool. I remember no gem. You just Are you insane? You had a huge gem and you tossed it into the water and now it's gone. You noticed you had begun to draw wary stares from other entrees nearby. Some of their hands drift towards their weapons. I knew that was going to happen. This pool is blessed by Andra, Tidebringer. I don't understand. Giftbearer smiles placidly. All that belongs to Andra is forgotten, and all things forgotten belong to Andra. Greetings. Bye. Lore can be found in 3 places. Now you can pass the ritual without gathering clues with Lore 10. Mural, I got that. Some talk with Beska, and the book, The Gift Bearer's Pilgrimage. That's what I'm missing. Now I just gotta find it. Gift Bearer's Pilgrimage. Kind of wish they kept books in like their own separate thing. Gift Bearer Notebook. Gift Bearer Notebook. I bet this is it. Recurring signature in the pages of this notebook indicates that it belonged to someone named Ixtli. Pages contain an assortment of entries. Some notes list collection of items alongside their purported value. Other pages are scribbled with notes about the land. That's the wrong one. Here we go. Gift Bearer's Pilgrimage. Gift Bearer Vondra is traveling along the road when she meets a man in tears holding a scrap of parchment. Why do you weep? Asks the gift bearer. I hold here a letter from my wife. I tried to be a good husband, but the letter says that I was not, and that she has gone to seek the company of a better man. Now, this is all that remains of her. Give the letter to me, then, says the gift bearer. For once you have forgotten the letter, your wife can cause you no further pain. Man gives her the letter and finds his tears have dried up. He thanks the gift bearer and leaves at peace. Gift bearer continues on, contemplating the man's story, but does not get far before she encounters an old woman in tears holding a string of beads. Why do you weep? Asks the gift bearer. I hold here a string of beads that counted the years of my daughter's life. Sickness took her while she was still a child, and she was denied the joys of a full life, and I the joys of a mother. This is all that remains of her. Give the beads to me, says the gift bearer, for once you have forgotten the beads, your daughter can truly rest. The old woman gives her the beads and finds her grief no longer gnaws her soul. She thanks the gift bearer and leaves at peace. Thinking on the woman's pain, the gift bearer follows the road until she reaches the sea. In her hand she carries are the letters and the beads. They are light in her hands but heavy upon her heart, and she is crying. She prays to Andra to allow the objects to be forgotten and casts them into the water. Yet, not long after he has sunk beneath the waves, the gift bearer finds herself still weeping. Merciful Andra, pleads the gift bearer, in your service I have helped people forget their troubles, yet though I pass them on to you, I feel them still as though they are mine. How can this be? The gift bearer listens to the wisdom of the crashing waves until she understands. To feel the troubles of others in your soul is a burden itself. However, she has no token to give to Andra to bear it away, for troubles are not hers to forget. I give myself to you then, says the gift bearer, for once I am in your care, no memory may haunt me. And with that, the tide comes forth and embraces the gift bearer. When it ebbs, she is gone. Well, shoot. Alright, so hold up then. Because I'm wondering something. I hope I didn't mess up when I, was goofing off with that other lady. Alright, let's try it and see what happens.
Are you prepared now for the recitation? Very good. We shall commence the rising.
Yes, we shall.
First is Anthu. Last is Dianthu. For the tide comes at the end and leaves at the beginning. I am Disaman the Ebb. Who comes this way?
Attack. I was never very good at tests. I am Saman the Flood.
Blessed be Saman, that washes over the shore and brings the end. Blessed be Disaman, that returns to the sea and leaves behind the beginning. A gift bearer comes to Disaman and asks him to bear his burdens away. What token do you offer, gift bearer?
I give myself where gift bearer has no other tokens to offer.
The token is received in Andra's name. Tell me of your burdens.
I bear the weighted memories of others. Manaha bites her lip and wrings her hands.
In Andra's embrace, our burdens are lifted.
You're making me nervous there, Manaha. I thought I messed this up. Kyoto looks at you and shakes his head.
I'm afraid you have misremembered some of the rite.
Okay, apparently I did mess it
This
up.
will not do. Has it been so long since you were a gift bearer yourself, Tidebringer? You are encouraged to speak with others, if it helps to refresh your memory. The recitation is archaic, but it is essential to the rising. If it cannot be completed, the rising will have to wait.
I was never big on doctrine, but there ought to be something round here to help us. It wouldn't be much of an abbey without stacks of old books.
When you are ready, we will begin with the recitation.
Farewell. I'm going to save it and try this again. So I must have messed up on that third question.
Are you prepared now for the rest?
All right,
If you
let's do
think
it.
you are first is I am Disaman the Egg.
Spawn
Blessed be
Flub.
a gift bearer comes to Disam. The token, tell me of your burdens.
Okay. I have none, for all that belongs to Andra is forgotten.
In Andra's embrace, our burdens are lifted.
Okay. Kyoto appears pleased. He nods. Manaha sighs with relief.
The Tidebringer shows himself worthy of his charge. Your purpose here, Tidebringer, is to perform the ceremony of the rising. It is the transition of one phase of service to the next. On the level beneath us in the halls of silence, our low-tide brothers and sisters have lived for many years, sealed by their own will. It is time for them to be relieved of service, and for the high-tide brothers and sisters here to take their place.
In the halls below, you will find a relic, Andra's witness, an aspergillum for dispensing holy water, but also something more.
The device will flood the halls of silence. This is the rising.
Want the people down there drowned?
It is the will of Andra. Every monk assigned to the abbey understands and accepts this.
That seems kind of crazy. I'm starting to wonder about just monks in general. He smooths back his thick stalks of hair with one hand. A gray strand sticks to his palm. He frowns at it, then looks back up and continues.
The monks here have all served as gift bearers. We bear away people's most painful memories, and always a part of them remains with us.
He's right about that much.
Manaha shrugs at you.
In the halls of silence, memory itself fragments until it is no more. The halls are a reprieve from a gift-bearer's burden.
He nods.
In the end, the halls take all memory, but the process takes a toll, as you might imagine. After many years, when the process is complete, the rising is performed, to give final peace to those who dwell there. This is your charge.
Dying immediately seems preferable to losing all memory in the halls of silence, only to drown later. Once I have Andra's witness, what do I do with it?
The device it operates is a simple valve mechanism. It will be clear to you when you see it.
What do I do when the rising is complete?
The high tide is to replace the low, and stand vigil in the halls of silence until the next rising. When you have completed the rising, bring Andra's witness to me here. I will show you the last of what you need to know.
I will return once the rising is complete.
To reach your destination, you will need to know the sign of the tide, which is kept only by the High Abbot. It's said that it is the first knowledge lost when the abbot joins the low tide in the halls of silence. Watch carefully.
Kyoto contorts the fingers of his right hand into a peculiar curl shape. Is this what I wrote down? I can't even read my own writing. I have right wole. It looks like I have WOLE. Alright. Right. Curl. Left hand, he traces an arc from center to end. Alright, left. Arc. Center. End. Index plus little finger. Not the Game of Thrones guy, but your little finger. Alright.
I trust you will perform your duty, Tidebringer.
I trust I will too. Phew. Valve theme starts playing. Alright, halls of silence. Let's go. Wrap this part up. This area is forbidden. Kyoto granted me leave to walk freely, so step off. So it begins. You may continue, Tidebringer. Be warned, low tide have been in the halls of silence for a long time. Their minds are not sound. Your presence may provoke them. Well, we'll just save it first. Apparently I can pick that lock, but that looks like a really fancy door, so I'm gonna wait a second.
Make sure they receive extra. I'll not let them fall into the goddess's embrace with empty stomachs.
Their supplies are bountiful, sister. I have seen to it.
It's very kind of her. Always sacrifice yourself on a full stomach. Boots of speed. A lot of boots of speed.
I've got this.
So I
It's
have to
done.
pick the lock on this door? Was there no other way to go? An acrid and pungent smell climbs up from the depths of this pit. Okay, maybe I shouldn't talk to you people. You can get a key from one of the NPCs. Do I know you? The woman drags her fingers on the wall, cringing whenever her cracked nails scratch the stone. Can't go that way. Forgive, goddess. Goddess, what stirs? Man stares at the ground with sunken eyes devoid of spark. Clumps of moss frozen under a layer of slick and green slime build up between the cut stones. The noise. No more. Aimlessly, the dwarf jerks his head to the sides as if searching for someone. Door is sealed shut. Hovering over a skeleton, excuse me, half trapped in ice, a faint trace of essence lingers in the cold air of the cavern. Reach out to the essence. You let your soul envelop the essence. Memories spread in a thin mist under you, dim and torn, their scattered fragments floating like motes of dust in the twilight. You're walking into an oblong chamber. Stones of its underground walls glisten, still wet from the floodwaters. A hand clasps on your shoulder. You hear her whisper, "Arthric, I don't want to look." The memory vanishes, and now all you see is a slab of stone. You're staring at it, just inches away from the wall. Your fingers trace circles on it, digging into the moss that clings on its weathered surface. You're not sure how long you've been touching it. Perhaps you've always been. A scream jolts you. Its echoes thunder throughout the halls. Your ears hurt, a pain that digs deep, burrowing into your head like a twisted dagger. You run. Others run. You don't know them. You can't remember them, but somehow you take comfort in their presence. Yes, they will help you with the pain, the noise. You'll kill it. The anger of the memory subsides, and now you're sitting down on steps carved on rock. Dozens of skeletons lie below, beneath frozen water. Their jaws hang open, silent. Yep, what's that? A low rumble, gargling, growing, deafening. You snap your head to the side in anguish and see it. The water rushing down the halls, pushing you in a torrent of white foam. You fall, your mouth opens to shout, but your screams are muffled as it fills with water. That is a crappy way to go, drowning. Arthic's Cord. Move speed while endurance is above 75%, plus 21 interrupt when it's below 75%. Stash it for now. Oh man, I just noticed all the bodies underwater. Or under the ice, rather. That is grim. Neat, but grim. Let me go out to a cave there. Oh, hey, random spiders. I was gonna say, can you guys hit that one? Because for some reason that one's like somewhere I can't get to it. That was weird.
Of course.
Despite the icy sheen that covers these webs, her threads gently vibrated to slight disturbance. Yeah, I think we gotta go out into this cave then. That is really neat looking. You stand at the precipice of a fissure that time has worn into a mountain upon which the abbey stands. Whistling winds call out from the depths of the crevasse, mournful wails hinting at the great descent from the edge into the dark and lonely spaces below. Encased in centuries of rime, a gargantuan skeletal hand hangs awkwardly above the gap. Its fingers are splayed in a pained pose, ice preserving the circumstances of the victim's death long after the flesh rotted away. This is an optional entrance. Ah, okay. With only the ominous moaning of the crevice to disturb your thinking, you consider your options. Let's inspect it. Considering the span of the gap and the position of the skeletal hand, you believe a well-placed grappling hook would allow you to reach the other side. Though positioning the hook may be tricky, the winds are not strong that they would endanger attempts to cross. If only the ominous moaning of the crevice to disturb your thinking, you consider your options. Well, if it's just going to take me back out, then I'll leave. Ah, so if I wasn't good at diplomacy, I could have got in that way. I see. But I am Liquid, the diplomatic barbarian. Alright, so I'm guessing I need to do something with this pit. Here we go, it's the lever. Oh, hey. Well, you guys are half nuts. This should be easy. Then again, you're a cipher. My head, the noise, stop it. Ooh, you guys are... Okay, wait. You guys are actually kicking my ass a bit. Okay. Let's knock everybody down. Oh, man. Okay, next time I deal with these guys, I need to, take it seriously. They killed Sagani. I was not expecting that one. Is there more? Hello?
Of course.
Huh. Your stats say otherwise. My stats... You're right, my stats have sucked the points in this game, but I've gotten to the end with these stats. I will say there is a possibility I may redo my stats in PoE 2. If only because part of me wishes I had given Liquid more intelligence, so that his carnage had a bigger area of effect.
Not much of a life down here, is it?
This door is sealed shut.
Who's there?
Nobody? Oh, Scotty, you're way back there. Scroll revival. Some of that. Well, let's go see this guy who was like, who's there, and then left. Hi, how's it going? Tufts of downy gray hair sprout from the back of this man's scalp like shrubs. His lower lip curls inward over a row of teeth that appear to have mostly fallen out, and a musty odor hangs about him like a fog.
Is that you, Edith? I thought I'd lost you.
I see this man's mind, shattered, crumbling, even as we stand here.
I called for you. I wanted to search, but the blizzard lasted days. I'm so sorry.
He extends a hand in a gesture of apology, but then the fingers curl and he draws it back. He squints as if trying to see you better.
But wait. We did find you. When the thaw finally came, I saw you, rigid, frozen. You cannot be Edith. No, we are in the Abbey, gift bearers, and you must be the tide bringer.
I've brought all the tide you can handle. His eyes widen. I wonder, because this guy's half nuts anyway. I probably don't have to lie to this guy. I've come here to find something, a reliquary.
Do I imagine this? How can that be? The Abbey does not receive visitors. I suppose it matters little. The Tidebringer will come one day, and the terrible cycle will continue. The halls of silence. They take our minds, memory by memory. It would be peaceful, we were told, like going to sleep. Look around you. We, the low tide, who have been sealed down here all these many years, do we seem at peace to you? We are lost, terrified.
Who are you?
No one has asked me in I don't know how long. Who was I? I was the High Abbot, wasn't it?
Oh, I actually totally get you, Tenwin. My dad had dementia.
High Abbot. Ferentis. That was me. Or the one before me, if not. No longer, though. I am just another brother of the low tide.
He was in a nursing home, and man, oh man, like, there are two places in my life I never want to go under any circumstances. I mean, I will if I absolutely have to, but hospitals, because of my mom having to be in and out of them, and nursing homes, because of what my dad had going on and what I, like, saw in them. It's like I don't know if it's a phobia, but it's like, it just makes me very uncomfortable being inside of them.
I remember a woman. Was she my wife? She had curls in her hair, and she spoke softly. What became of her? I carry so many memories that I took from strangers who wanted to be rid of them. I don't know what's mine anymore. And there are so many holes. Every image a blur or a void.
This one is lost in the labyrinth of his own mind.
Would that I could be free of this place. Free to make new memories. To know who I am.
You didn't choose to be here?
Did we? We did. We chose it. When we thought it was our duty, and that it would be peaceful. But the more we forget, the less we understand. Every day something familiar becomes strange. If I had known, I'd never have accepted my assignment to the Abbey. Nor would many, I suspect.
This does seem startlingly cruel.
He made his choice when he was of sound mind. He's not himself anymore. Better to finish the ritual and release him back to the wheel.
What would be the point of faith if you don't remember the reason behind said faith? Yeah, exactly. Like, everything about this feels, like, off to me somehow. What is it the Tidebringer is meant to do?
The Tidebringer comes to replace the High Abbot. The ritual is called... It is called... The Rising. Yes. We carry so many memories. Tragic or dangerous some. We live above for a time, devoted to Andra. Then we come here to forget it all, wash our souls clean of the memories. When it is done, a Tidebringer is summoned.
Yeah, and it's quicker.
Those above, the high tide, they become the low tide. It means they are brought here to the halls of silence.
Like, this is pretty much torture.
But not before the old low tide are removed, drowned in a flood, and swept away. The rising.
What is it you want from me?
There is a relic, an aspergillum, it was called. What was it?
He thinks for a while with a pained expression, his lips mouthing words.
Well, it doesn't matter. It controls the floodwaters, but also the outer floodgates. Andra's Witness! That is the name. It is down here, but I don't recall how to reach it. The High Abbot knows.
Yeah, I gotta throw gang signs at it or something.
If you can find out from him, you could set us free. Open the gates. We would leave in peace and finish our lives in dignity.
Are you certain it's wise to release the low tide in this condition?
We are all so old now. There is little damage we could do in this state.
Yeah, I don't know. We had this old fella in Gilded Vale. Looked harmless, couldn't talk, but he'd bite you if you tried to steal his steak when no one was looking.
It's steak, dude. Anybody's
Once we
gonna
are
bite you.
free of this place, we will be able to make memories again. The confusion and paranoia will pass.
You do not mess with steak. Your order attacked me.
Few of us know friend from foe anymore. I may be the only one left who can still speak for us. They are peaceful in their hearts. It is this place. It has confused and agitated them. Please forgive them.
I'll see what I can do. Francis nods absently.
Use the door behind me. Safer that way.
What happens if I go in this store? Oh. Okay, Deer or Zawa, go after him. Manaha, go up here. Your Carnage can hit both. Grieving Mother. Go for the Cypher because enemy Cyphers sound really, really bad. Actually, Grieving Mother, you need to move. Itamok, get in there. Go after... There you go. Go after him. Her. Grieving Mother, knock everybody down. Centered on Itamok. Oh, we got company. Okay, middle's done. Liquid. Help Manaha. No. You two go after this guy. Man, Sagani, these guys do not like you. Like, at all do not like you. It's another neat looking statue.
You need an Arctic fox of your own.
You're right, I do, actually.
Always something new.
Sapphires. Peekaboo. Alright, so we got many doors here.
All right, then.
An acrid and pungent smell climbs up from the depths of this pit. Beyond the door, you catch glimpses of shapes in the darkness. Wails and whispers, faint and erratic, echo from within the sealed halls. The door appears to be barred from the inside. It doesn't budge. Monk, Cypher, I better let them come out. Back up a bit. Okay, Manahawk, come around. Oh, that paladin's gonna stand there in the way. Smart. Oh, no, he isn't. You two go after the Cypher. Grieving Mother, knock everybody down. Liquid, hurry up and butcher these guys. The deer, go after them. Oops. Darn it. Between red handprints, a clump of hair dangles from a stain of thick, coagulated blood. Ah, somebody tried to bash their head on the wall. Beyond a door, same as before, door is sealed shut. Save it. Different scenes of an ocean shoreline are carved into 4 stone panels arranged almost haphazardly at different heights along a network of rails. Inspect the panels. Panels are affixed to a set of rails that curve and crisscross in patterns that remind you of seaweed. There are 4 depressions in the wall behind the rails, in which the panels look like they would fit. Panels show variously a barren shore, a city in flames, a flourishing city, and a tidal wave. Inspect the panels. Arrange the panels. Appears that any panel can be slid into any depression by following the network of rails. Oh, shoot. This has to do with that EFAB thing I did. The end was the wave. So I think it starts with the wave. Once the panel matches a recess on the wall, you gently press on it. It slides without resistance and locks into place. Okay, so I think we got that one right. Maybe. Let's press the recess stone button. Slide the panel of the flourishing city. Grab the panel and slide it into the rails into the first available opening. City in flames. Maybe. Barren shore? You complete the sequence with the last panel, but it will not settle into the final depression. Suddenly, the stone slabs begin to move on their own and revert to their original positions. This has to do with that. It has to have something to do with those panels. Tidal wave. Wait a minute. Hold up. This has to do with the panels outside. City in flame, tidal wave, barren, flourishing city. Is it the, does it have to do with the panels that were outside, do you remember? Like, is that where you get that from? Just out of curiosity. City in flames. Tidal wave. Oh, you can kind of see it on them, too. Because the city's in flames there. There's a tidal wave. Barren. flourishing city. That kind of makes sense if you look at it that way. Swept by the city so things can rebuild. That makes sense. Remaining panels retract and lock into place. Behind the heavy stones, there is a metallic groan and a steady whirl. A small tile about waist high slides back. Beneath there is a carving. It shows an image of an ocean wave curled around a crescent moon. Let's perform the sign of the tide. You curl your hand as Kyoto had done and positioned it over the carving of the wave. Then using your other hand, you trace the arc of the crescent with your index and little fingers. Oh, so I wrote that down for nothing. Darn it. A heavy rumble stirs the ground, and from all around you comes the sound of rushing water. Neat. And this is the other exit out. Embedded in this deep semicircular slab is what looks to be a vessel for the sprinkling of holy water. In this context, however, it looks more like a lever. There are images engraved on the wall behind it, one of a rising wave, one of an open gate. Point it towards the open gate. What's that do first? Distance here, the mechanical snap of rusted locks and a groan of iron hinges. What? Stop. Oh, am I using him for a distraction? Echoing voices reach your ears. The words are unintelligible, but you can make out laughter, crying, and cheers. Soon after, shouts of alarm resonate in the distance. With a click, the machine releases its hold on a strange rod. You pack the vessel away. Hey, Blue Oceans, how's it going? I actually know what quest you're talking about. Yeah, I didn't have my cipher with me when that happened. I did not have a good outcome to that.
It did them no good to remain confined in this place. I hope that freedom suits them better.
Probably not. They're probably crazy now, but provides a distraction. So we need to go. Cliffs of the Abbey take us in. Ah, you're working on it for the first time too. That's cool. Have you done any of the DLC yet? Ah, because this is the actually the second DLC. I don't know if you like are worried about spoilers or anything like that. Just giving you a heads up. Yeah, this is the DLC. I'm actually mostly done with the main story. I'm pretty far along now. Yeah, I've only got probably a couple days left of this. Everything except the last thing you have to do. So I pretty much needed to do this before I finish up the game. Because this is something you can do like during the actual game. It's not something that happens afterward. Alright, so what the heck do I do now? Enter the reliquary. I need to access... Oh, I need to go to that up set of stairs. I need low tie free, other Andres will most certainly disapprove. I'll have to reach the reliquary. Alright, I see what I gotta do. I gotta get back down here. So wait a minute, I should be smart and use the other door that's closer. I think when I did it, she, I couldn't cure her, so she just left with the uncle. I didn't really have anything else I could do. You're getting a bad reputation. My reputation is probably not great in a lot of areas either. I've made some decisions along the way. I kind of like the freedom of choice that this game has. There's a lot of different options. Like, I think I said it before, but there's a lot of options where the right option isn't evident. Swordsman's going straight for Sagani. I got a new sword to check out. Also, you all have a seat. Idir, get down here.
Hey.
I don't know why you went all that way, but go down here this way. There you go. Sagani, you run. He's engaged with the deer. Shoot him many times. Oh, wait. Pain block. Nah. Looking for new things to do with her. Allied target. Ain't worried about that. Silent Scream sounds good. I never use Silent Scream. Not that there was much left of them to scream at that point. Try and get past Deerford Crossing and go to Twin Elms. Well, you got a long way to go still. That's good. You got a lot of good stuff ahead of you. This is a